How's it going, YouTube and the ISL community? This is TIE Fighter 23, and I am the coach of the Miami Heat Trans, and I am here with my co-host.
Hello, everyone. I'm Xavier, coach of the Dallas Victory Stars.
And we are here today for another Meet the Coach interview, and we are interviewing the person who drafted last, or first, depending how you look at it, during the draft. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Yep, I'm Tom. Hey, guys.
And what team do you coach, Tom?
I'm the Bayleef Munich, after Bayern Munich, if you're into soccer.
So my first question for you, sir, is when did you first start playing Pokemon?
Well, originally I started with the Sinnoh region, just with Diamond, and then sort of just played it a lot in primary school, and then I sort of drew away from it a little bit, but now I've gotten back into it the past few years when really X and Y came out, and just been getting all the new games and playing competitively a bit, and yeah.
That works.
And how long have you been playing it competitively, though?
About maybe 6 months actually, playing on like Wi-Fi battles, but it's been well over a year on Showdown and stuff like that.
Well, that still counts as competitive, I think.
Yeah, I'll consider that competitive.
Yeah.
In fact, Showdown may even be more competitive than Wi-Fi battles, because on the ladder, losses matter.
Yeah, definitely. And you can pretty much just switch between tiers so easily. You don't have to worry about finding someone to you can create any Pokemon you want. It's literally the best site ever for for competitive battling.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start talking about your draft. You drafted your Mega first, like a couple other people did. Talk about your Mega and Mega Gardevoir. Why did you pick that?
Well, to me, Mega Gardevoir is one of the best Megas in the game, just because it's not extremely bulky, but it can survive a lot of hits. Well, not a lot, but some. And with its 165 base special attack and the Pixelate boosted Hyper Voice, which is also it just destroys everything. Apart from Azumarill, maybe it's probably one of the best offensive fairy types in the game.
Hey, Choice Spec Sylveon, man.
That is a thing.
Well,
That is a thing. Choice Spec Sylveon is a thing.
yeah. And
But
then
Mega
with
Gardevoir's got that Pixelate Hyper Voice as well. It's really powerful.
yeah.
And it breaks through subs. Hyper Voice, is so ridiculously strong, and the fact they can break through subs.
Yeah.
What's Mega Gardevoir's base special attack stat? It must be crazy high.
165.
Man,
So if you run a... Yeah, I've got Showdown now, but if you
Nice.
if you run a Modus 252 EV, it's got 471. That's special attack at level 100. So
What's your opinion on male Gardevoir?
male Gardevoir. I don't know. Just
It's damn
really
confused. It's a
Yes,
one
yeah.
confused mon. I think it
Yeah.
needs therapy.
yeah.
But are there any interesting things you think you can do with Mega Gardevoir that we won't expect?
Well, most likely be running some sort of hidden power on it every week, just to I don't know if there's something else 4 times a week, grass, like a Gastrodon or something. Bring the HP grass on there,
Oh.
and then it even gets Destiny Bond, Willow Wisp, and that sort of stuff. So even in Encore, so just
And
run
Wish is
some,
pretty nice.
yeah. I've also got another Wish passer, as in Lissy, so that could work.
And Healing Wish, and Heal Bell.
Yeah.
Gardevoir
Yeah.
definitely can be utilized as a special attacker or a defensive mon, utilities mon. So it definitely has some viable variety that you can do with it.
Yeah, and if it can burn things, then, well, its bad physical defense gets made up for by the burn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just have to watch out for knockoffs though. Even though it doesn't knock it off, it still is going to do a lot of damage from it. So
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
40% at least.
That's one of the best parts about a Mega, that it can take a knockoff. So you're going to have to
Yeah.
be careful with that.
Yeah.
because I think Gardevoir and Alakazam are the two. Alakazam definitely is worse than Mega Gardevoir when it comes to
And Mega
taking off.
Beedrill.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no, but I mean, you're lucky you didn't draft Mega Alakazam like someone else did, because Mega Alakazam, with I think Cameron drafted it, is still super effective against it when it comes with the knockoff, and that's gonna do a lot.
But he does have
damage.
Lucario, which definitely makes up for that. But I think we're getting.
Well, I'm
a
just
lot
saying
better.
with Gardevoir, you just have to watch out for that. Knockoff, even though it's a Mega, it's still gonna do some damage to it. So
Definitely, but he has a Keldeo, and the threat of physical Keldeo might ward people off.
that is true. That is true.
Yep.
And also, his next Mon can probably handle the knockoff pretty well as well, is Mega Scizor. I mean, not Mega
Yep,
Scizor, just
that's,
regular Scizor.
Yeah, like, because I had 2 picks in a row, like, I'm not sure where I would have gone. Sizzle as my first pick or, like, Mega Gardevoir. I mean, it doesn't matter at all, but, yeah, they were both, right up there with my number 1 and 2 pick.
And so,
Yeah.
what made you want to choose Scizor over anything else for your number 2 pick?
Sizzle, Choice Band is Sizzle, I just love her so much, like, just Bullet Punch can destroy anything, and then if you're like going up against a Heat Ran or something, you can run Superpower, like even just knock off, and then if there's something like if you force a switch, you can just U-turn out and then have that pivot to put in something that'll be super
Also,
effective on it. So
Roost, Swords Dance, pretty viable.
yeah.
That's definitely Scizor is definitely one of the better Mons, and you're actually going against a man who drafted Mega Scizor and also drafted regular Gardevoir. You're going to be going against the Cincinnati Regigigas at some point, so that'll be a
Yeah.
definitely interesting matchup having you go against them. Because you go against them twice, so it's definitely an interesting
Yeah.
matchup. Bringing Mega versus non-Mega will definitely be interesting to see how that goes. So.
Also,
Yeah.
things that we were talking about knockoff. Scizor gets Acrobatics, Technician Acrobatics with the held item loss boost,
Yeah.
and losing your item on Scizor isn't too bad, since as you said, it will normally be choiced, and sometimes ditching that choice item late game can be really useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Run a Flying Gem Acrobatics on Venusaur, Mega Venusaur.
Yep. I mean, it could work.
It'd definitely be an interesting
good.
setup.
Yeah.
Also be pretty funny.
It'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Like Bounce Gyarados.
It also gets like pursuit and stuff as well.
And so that
Yeah.
your next 2 Mons are pretty much your core. It's a really good core between these 2 Mons, and Milotic and Blissey. Talk about those 2.
Yep. Well, Chansey was my, or however you want to pronounce it, you Americans, but Chansey was my number 3 pick, and I was not surprised when that got picked pretty early. I was just hoping that it wouldn't, but Blissey isn't too much, like, it's not that much worse. It's just it's pretty much the exact same one, just without the Eviolite.
It can
Yeah,
have
better
leftovers, which in a way makes it slightly better as a special wall.
Yeah. So, I mean, it has a lot more special attack, but or not a lot more, but yeah. And then you
I've
can.
honestly ran Assault Vest Blissey before.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I mean, they will add a lot. I mean, yeah, you can't really set up anything or use utilities very much, but it gets plenty of moves that will at least do some pretty good damage to it.
It literally takes hits like they're nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you thought Goodra was just stupid.
Soul Festival C is probably even stupider.
Yeah.
And then with the leftovers, you can just run you can run Thunder Wave, Toxic, you pretty much always run Seismic Toss, just do that extra damage. And it also makes my Stealth Rock Setter, so I like because
Will we
Yeah.
see it? Will we see it using counter at any point?
yes, most likely, and because that'll pretty much OHKO something, like pretty much anything if it tries to hit it with a physical attack. That does a decent amount because
You can run counter
651.
on Blissey and then mirror code on Milotic.
yeah, that's one I don't know what's the word, technique or move pool that I'll be planning on using definitely.
I mean, even like what's really nice is that even when you max out Blissey's special defense or max out Milotic physical defense. It's if it takes the physical if they take the opposite, they're probably still gonna live the hit.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a positive thing. That even though you're making it one more sided, its opposite defense stat is gonna do. It's still not gonna be horrible. So it's still gonna do some pretty nice work for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's only by like really, really strong. Like, I know I was just doing some practice battles with him. Like things like make a Metagross with a hammer arm and stuff that oppose, but only like really, really strong fighting moves.
I believe Metagross is banned in this league.
Yeah.
Choice band Tracheon, close combat. Just saying.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Big teeny choice banded V-Create, hello?
But see, that's not super effective though.
I mean, it's a V-Create, base 180 damage, might as well be.
But see, no, you're lucky, Tom. You don't have to go against the Tracheon. So.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Also, Milotic gets competitive, so you could run like Choice Scarf. It's got decent speed, so it could be a viable Scarfer.
And then just bringing in on something that has Intimidate, like a certain Mega Manetric.
Yep, and then also going up with things like Landorus and other Intimidators.
You could catch people off guard definitely and outspeed them.
Yeah.
It's definitely a viable thing.
Yeah. And obviously it's got Recover, it's got all the Toxic, pretty much can install at anything. Well, not anything, but it's pretty decent for that.
So your next mon was a very interesting mon. You dropped a Keldeo, second water type in your top 4 picks.
Now, in my opinion, Keldeo is one of the only 2 things that I slightly question about your draft. I can sort of see why you picked it, but I really would like to hear your thought process when you picked it.
Yep. That was one of the ones where I had to sort of think fast because I got sniped just a few rounds before, so I was looking at other options. I don't know. I don't know. That'll probably be my. Well, I can run it Choice Scarf. I can run it Sub Carmine. With the Stab Hydro Pump and Secret Sword, you can like a Heat Ran. It can easily KO and stuff.
Now, are you ever gonna run Scald or Hydro Pump just due to accuracy?
Yeah, most likely. Unless there's I'm doing some damage characters before, and it will I won't be able to OHKO with Scald, or not OHKO, but finish something off. It'll be mostly Scald.
And you also get that burn, which is gonna be nice.
Yeah, usually I'll go for the accuracy. So most of the time I'll run Rock Slide over Stone Edge and stuff like that. It's all just depending on the ones that I'm planning for, really.
And Xavier, I'll let you talk about this next mon since it's sort of it got sniped. He sniped it from you.
Yeah, this was one of the only 3 snipes that happened. Now, even though it is probably the snipe I'm most okay with, still a little salty that you took Dragalge.
Yeah, it's I was lacking a Dragon type when I was doing it, and then also I was thinking about, because originally I was going to go for Donphan for my spinner, and then I was thinking about Hitmontop, and I just thought it worked a bit better in my team, I guess. Because it's more of it can be a physical, not a wall, but it can be physically defensive and specially defensive. I've run a assault vested one before, and that was it took hits like nothing, but it doesn't have much recovery, which is the only problem with Hitmontop. And so I was looking at, so I was probably going to go for the Donphan for a UU, then I was lacking an RU mon, so I was looking around and saw the Dragalge, and I can eat up toxic spikes and stuff like that. And then there's a Specs Adaptability Draco, which can hit hard on anything, really, except a fairy.
Oh yeah, that hits so hard. anything with adaptability is just like terrifying.
Yeah.
What's nice about Dragalge is that he's the only dragon type, I believe, that is not weak to fairy types.
Yeah. And yeah. I was thinking Asteria, but yeah, definitely.
But this still one that's actually super effective against it. It has a stat that's super effective against fairy types as well. Like Dragalge is pretty much the best counter, dragon-wise for fairy types.
Yeah, fairy types are very popular, as you can tell by looking at some of the other drafts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you drafted in 2 more really bulky mons next, which is probably a good thing, because some people didn't draft enough bulk. You drafted enough bulk that you can pretty much bring any of them. You don't have to bring the same bulk every single week, and you drafted Gorgeist and Hitmontop.
Now, Gorgeist is the other thing I was questioning. It's not that Gorgeist is bad, it's pretty good. I'm just wondering why you drafted it so early and ahead of Hitmontop.
I think that was the pick. Yeah, that was so when I have like 2 picks in a row, and then I wait pretty much like 2 rounds, and then I have another 2 picks in a row. So like, I probably would have drafted Hitmontop before, but just because.
Oh wait, never mind. I did the math wrong. I didn't realize you picked them at the same time.
Yeah, that's how I was confused by your question. I was like, he picked.
I did my math wrong. I thought he picked Dragalge and Gorgeist.
No. So yeah, I would have gone Hitmontop first, but I was actually quite happy that I picked up Gorgeist. Maybe I did pick it up a little bit early, but I wanted to get a decent NU mon because I missed out on the good OUB and BL mons. Like they went really early, in like around like 2 and 3. And so I just thought, there's going to be there's not that good mons left, so I might as well get really good lower tier mons before they because they'll usually go later, and then I can pick up the same BL and OUB mons that I would get now. I can pick them up later because most teams already have those.
I get it now. I drafted this pages earlier too.
Yeah.
So what's so nice about Gorgeist is the fact that there's so many different versions of Gorgeist that you can run with like the small, medium, large, like super. Like you have so many different sets that you can run. You can make them really fast, and an attacker. You can make him a wall. You have so many options. Like he's probably one of the most versatile walls out there.
Yeah, and and so like with running the super one, because I was gonna have a practice battle with I think it was Bob, and we didn't actually end up having it, but I was just looking at his team and he had the Mega Lopunny, and if I ran a physically defensive Gorgeist, it was taking like a max of like 35% from any one of like a high jump kick from a scrappy Mega Lopunny, an adamant like fully attacking one. So and then you can just come in, survive a hit, or even if it like Lopunny takes one of your mons out, you can just bring it back in, take a hit, burn it, and cripple it for the rest of the match.
That is very true. I pretty much it's gonna be very, very hard. It's gonna be one of the mons that it's gonna be very hard for anyone to cripple down and take out. It's gonna take a while to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's basically just lower tier Chervenen.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's also got like just the leech seed, and even the synthesis, just a quick recovery and stuff like that. So
if you really want to get cheeky, you can run like Destiny Bond, Disable, or Explosion.
Yeah. Disable is definitely one thing that I'm thinking about running on some of my mons as well.
You could lead with it in like Magic Coat, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many options. You can also set a wonder. You don't really seem to have the fastest mons on your team so far. So you really could set up a trick room, and that's really gonna help you out a lot.
But another thing I just noticed is that Gorgeist does also have some pretty nice priority in the form of Shadow Sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's and that tying off with your Hitmontop pick, both of those together were definitely interesting. Very interesting pickups, because Hitmontop is definitely another good mon that a lot of people always sleep on, thinking, oh, it's not that bulky. Not so much.
Yeah, it's definitely going to eat up. Oh, I guess you can make it a especially defensive wall or a physical wall because it's gets to intimidate. So like, and then it's also like just a rapid spinner. So that'll be pretty useful.
That it will be. That it will be. That is very true.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone wanted a good rapid spinner, and you probably got one of the best.
He definitely did. Like I wasn't able to get a rapid spinner. I had to stick with the defogger and Honchkrow, and that I'm probably gonna have to drop something and just pick up some sort of thing, something that gets rapid spin because I need something rapid spin.
Yeah, I've kind of got to rely on Napoleon, but luckily, I don't think hazards hurt my team too much.
I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
So, and hazards don't hurt your team that much. It really, the only thing that really affects it really badly is Crobat.
Yeah, and that's like I probably won't be bringing Crobat every week, but it's definitely going to be making a few appearances because it's got the like even I can run like a choice band one like with the Brave Bird U-turn like cross poison and it's going to be.
Then that's something that's going to help you a lot versus a Mega Venusaur.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and that now we can start talking about that Crobat. Crobat is probably one of the fastest mons in its tier, if not the fastest.
Yeah.
It's really good mon. Like it's a really good physical attacker. You don't even have to put any speed investment in it and still outspeed some max speed Pokemon.
Yeah.
Definitely really useful because speed creeping is a thing, so you can definitely run extra EVs into bulk instead of having to run them all in speed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really happy that I picked up Crobat so late because it's I was very surprised like to actually pick it up, and then I realised that it was my only ground what's the word? Not resistance, immunity. That's the one. So I don't have any levitate users, which is a bit of a problem. But
I mean, you do have Gorgeist, which can take them relatively well.
Yeah. I think the only mon that sort of doesn't really take ground moves very well is Drayaldi.
Yeah.
Everyone else will take ground moves just fine.
Yeah, not too bad. Also, it gets Nasty Plot and like Heat Wave, so special could be possible. It usually is. I've tried it in normal play. It really does not work in normal play, but in this format, catching people off guard means a lot.
That is very true.
Yeah, just like it'll be that same sort of thing as the well, not exactly the same because it doesn't have baton pass, but the when Shady run that baton pass, Nasty Plot and Baton.
And even if you don't run it full out special, sometimes even that extra Heat Wave or Giga Drain coverage could be really helpful.
It really could.
And it also gets haze and stuff like that. So if there's one that's like set up like Calm Minds or like Bulk Ups or something, heat, and it KOs one of my mons, I can bring it in. And then as long as it's not like Dragon Dance or something, which is going to outspeed, just haze it, and then it'll be a lot better.
Another problem for your team, Megalopoly. I don't think you'll be versing it due to how the thing's set up.
He won't.
But in the event you do end up versing it in the playoffs, then Crobat can run Inner Focus and not get hit by Fake Out.
Yeah.
And then you can just spray Bird away and take it out in one hit.
Yep.
So that's definitely a positive thing.
Maybe like if you're versing Scrafty could potentially have Fake Out, and he could possibly forget about Inner Focus.
And it does it get Frisk? I forget. It gets Frisk, correct?
It gets Infiltrator.
So
Gorgeist gets Frisk.
That's another thing that I was happy about Gorgeist is it gets Frisk. So
Frisk is very valuable in this format since you can, flush out sets.
Yeah, you can figure out what type of set, so what type of items people are running, so you know if they're Scarfed or Bandit or Assault Vest, Life Orb, you can just, whatever item they're running. It's really nice to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So your next mod.
Yep. Gothitelle.
That was a definitely an interesting pick. I was expecting someone to pick it up just due to Shadow Tag is a very interesting ability in this format. Not a lot of people run it very much because not all Pokemon have it. So it was definitely interesting seeing you pick up Gothitelle.
Yep, this was one of the picks that I was not like too happy about. I didn't plan on picking it up at all, but like I said, I left the OUB pick like to round like 3 or 4, and by then all the like Taraki on like all the like Weavile, and that was my number 3 pick, I think. But all the good OUBs were gone, and so there was pretty much Gothitelle, Gyarados, and I already had 2 water types, which was almost, well, not too much, but it was like, and then another 4 times weakness, especially that would be like super effective on 3 others, or on 3 of my Mons, and 4 times super effective on the Gyarados. I didn't want to pick that up, so Gothitelle it was really.
And Gothitelle
so
really isn't that bad, because it's one of those Mons that you cannot not prepare for. Because if you don't prepare for it and it comes in on something that can't beat it 1v1, it will trap it and it will set up on it.
Yeah.
And it will sweep you.
Like this,
plus then if you don't even bring it, your opponent could have some wasted move slots.
Like Smogon literally has a set called literally Satan. They call it literally Satan. Because Shadow Tag, Calm Mind, Trick, Rest, Psyshock or Psychic.
Yeah.
You can trick something into like a status move, set up a sub, heal bell, Calm Mind away. Well, probably not Calm Mind, but you know what I mean. And then you could even trick this Choice Scarf back to yourself so you can outspeed the rest of your opponent's team. After setting up.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be like, I probably won't bring it every week, but it could be very useful in some matches, definitely.
I definitely think just the threat of it being there is very nice to have.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely something to look out for, because it has quite a few weaknesses being just straight Psychic, but like one thing you have to watch out for is like pivots with U-turns and volt switches on it. Which is going to be a common thing in this format. So, besides that, if they don't use Baton Pass, U-turn, or Volt Switch, it's not leaving, and you can do whatever you want to that Mon.
Yeah. You just have your way with it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely going to be good throughout the ISL, I think.
And then your final Mon, which I was very happy to see someone pick up. I would consider it myself, but I was like, doesn't fit my team at all. My good old buddy Diggersby.
Yep. It was either between Scolipede or Diggersby, and I ended up going with the Diggersby mainly for the stab earthquake that I was definitely lacking in my team. I didn't have really any Mons that would have a decent ground move, and it also, I think it's like Fire Punch, like, and all of that. And then with its pretty woeful base stats, but then pure power is a huge power. It's definitely I guess if you go and run it fully adamant, fully attacking, it's got over 464 attack at level 100. So.
It's definitely good. You can run Choice Bandit Quick Attack, Choice Bandit Return, Choice Bandit Earthquake. It
it's
will
like U-turn, knockoff, gunshot.
Yep.
It has a very wide variety of moves it can learn. It can learn the elemental punches. It can learn so many different things, and so people sleep on it a lot. They don't ever expect it just due to the fact that its stats are so bad. So you could literally bring it 1 week, and possibly you can even set up, if you want to set up add a little bit of bulk to it, and set up a couple sword stances or any setup move. You're good to go, and it'll just sweep everything.
Yeah, I guess it's got a massive move forward. It's got even like wild charge and stuff like that, and also get Super Fang, which could be very useful when going up stuff like a Cresselia or something really bulky like that.
Super Fang is a very good move in this format because it breaks walls in half, literally.
Yeah.
And it's something you really want to look out for. It really helps out doing so.
Yeah. No matter what you can say about Diggersby, it's at least a better choice over Scolipede, because I can't really see anyone getting like that predictable of a baton pass off.
Yeah. And then it also gets something that I was looking at, and might use, we'll see, is gastro acid, which could be pretty funny, but so if I'm going up against
that would be really good. Also gets moves like agility, so more setup moves. Gets bounce,
Yes.
so you want to run bounce on like a Mega Venusaur.
Yep.
You could, and then his physical attack and his special attack aren't that far off from each other, just by 6 points. So you honestly could, if you wanted to, run somewhat of a couple of special like a special move if need be, just for coverage wise, like a hidden power or something.
Yeah.
Just to get like chip damage or something, but it has
4 times effective does mean a lot, and a grass knot will do a decent amount too. Rhyperior, because it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, Rhyperior. I mean, honestly, I think an Earthquake would probably do a little better against it, but
yeah, but its physical defense is just so high.
Yeah, but also Assault Vest.
I mean, you could run special defense if he does
I mean, I know how to run my Rhyperiors, but honestly, I probably wouldn't even bring Rhyperior against your team because so many things just completely wall it.
Yeah.
So that leads us to the next question. You already talked about some of them. Is there any final Pokemon that got sniped from you that you really wanted?
Yeah, like I said, the main one was definitely like Azelf, and then there was the Chansey, and then Weavile and Hydreigon were the other ones. I knew Hydreigon was going to get picked like very, very quickly. It's been doing so well with Miguel in the actual GBA. And then the exact same with Weavile. That was, I reckon if Weavile wasn't doing so well in the GBA, it probably would have only been picked in round 6 or so. But it's completely understandable why it got picked so early.
Molvone's usage of Weavile in the GBA has really made it a very big threat in any draft league format.
To be fair, most other things with priority probably could have gotten just as many kills under the right circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it's right up there. It's pretty much the perfect revenge killer. Because even if they don't go out to switch, they want to switch them on out, just knock off and cripple the next Pokemon. So,
that is very true. Alright,
so... then also Entei was the other. Entei or Arcanine were the other ones that got sniped. Because that's the main thing that I'm lacking in my team is a fire type. I don't have any.
Yeah, that is one thing you are lacking a little bit, is a powerful fire type.
Yeah. Could have gone more for Crobat.
Yeah, it would just be the only way I'd be able to run would be either HP Fire on Gardevoir or Heatwave on Crobat or something like that. Or Diggersby was Fire Punch. I've been running that a little bit on Showdown.
The components can work, especially against something like a Durant or a Fortress or something. It can do some pretty good work against it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have to plan that hard for Durant, you're doing something wrong.
Hey, just having one fire move on a Mon is not planning too hard.
I mean, hidden power fire, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Then Fire Punch for Escavalier, since Escavalier is more of a specially Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because defenses are exactly the same, and it'll likely run Assault Vest.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to say about your team anymore?
I think that's pretty much it. I think my draft went pretty well. I didn't pick up everything I wanted, but that's going to happen with everyone. So, I think it's pretty good. There was a few Pokemon that I'm still not 100% sure about, but I think it's definitely going to work.
Definitely. I mean, it really just comes down to planning and matchups against other people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Xavier, any more questions you have about his team?
Not really. I think we've covered everything that we need to.
Alright then, let's move on to the next question then. Who were you most excited to face?
That's a tough one. Definitely, Xavier, I'm keen to face you. See if the Victini is as powerful as you say it is.
I mean, like, looking at your team, it does put in a fair amount of work.
Yeah. Yeah, the two water types is the one of the, and then Crobat as well.
Old Strike.
3.
Like,
yeah.
Old Strike is a thing, if I can catch him on the switch.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's definitely going
And, as I said earlier, that Gothitelle does kind of force me to not run Choice.
Yeah.
And then Intimidate from Hitmontop could do some, might cripple a little bit the Bikini.
Yeah, definitely.
If freaking Brave Bird Choice Banded doesn't kill, I doubt it, then how about roll?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
I was on top. That little disco dancer. So freaking.
Yeah, it's so cool. But, I might even run a Bright Powder. Bright Powder Hitmontop just so you.
Or an Evil Man.
Yeah.
I want to see that so badly. Bright Powder Hitmontop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If I miss with Victory Star, I will cry.
Yeah.
Zen Headbutt has 99% accuracy with Victory Star. That 1% chance to miss is going to happen eventually.
Yeah, it's going to have to.
It's going to happen against that Hitmontop with Bright Powder.
Yep. It's going to happen.
I think Bright Powder just like cancels out Victory Star.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, it just puts it down back against a 90.
Wow. You're so mean to me.
Alright.
It could be interesting for fun, actually. We'll see how we go.
So, as a complete 180 to that question, who are you least excited to face?
I'm not sure. I definitely think Cameron with his Greninja Talonflame could be a bit of a problem, because then he's also got like Florges and Gliscor, which are, and then like Rotomo, Tentacruel, and then the Quagsire as well. He's got a lot of bulky mons there.
His team kind of reminds me of Malone, because
Yep.
they're very 4-move kind of mons, except they're all really good at those 4 moves though. So it's like they may be predictable, but like it's really hard to deal with.
Yep.
Especially if you play it.
Yeah, and also because we were going to have another practice match, but again we didn't end up doing it. But
I think he's in your division, so you're gonna have to face him twice.
He faces him week 1.
Oh yeah, that's why I was waiting for it. Yeah,
He faces him week 1 and week 9. Oh no, week 8.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because Gardevoir is, I'm pretty sure, OHKOing with a Psyshock, the Tentacruel, and then it's only really Salamence and can defog the rocks away, because rocks, like, when that Talonflame's on the other team, rocks are pretty much essential.
I mean, there is a potential for Focus Sash on Greninja in Lucario.
That's very true. And then the Mega Alakazam is going to be very interesting against your team.
Yeah. I know, like one team I used to run was just a raw Don fan, so you would just set up the rocks, survive a hit, or survive a few hits, and then just keep roaring, and then just keep trying to bring the Talonflame out until it dies to rocks. And it works, but as well, it could just,
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, and the fact that you face them week 1 will really show to see how well y'all's planning and y'all's team will work out with each other, and then they'll at least give you a better understanding of his team and of his planning to go into your second week matchup against him.
Yeah.
So. But is there any final questions you have for him, Xavier?
Not really. I think we covered everything. His draft looks nice, and I'm glad for his explanations for why he picked some of the things I questioned. I get it now.
Well, all I gotta say is I cannot wait to see you use Digger's Beak. That thing is gonna put in so much work for you.
Yep.
But with that,
on Showdown, it's been putting in the work, like with the quick attack, earthquake, stone edge, and fire punch.
I just want to see how many people forfeit because of Blissey.
Yes. Yeah, Chansey would have been a bit better, but actually practicing on Showdown, pretty much every single person has been like, why Blissey and not Chansey? And I've just been like, oh.
Like you don't know the struggle, man, of a draft format. You don't know it.
Yeah. But yeah, still different.
People do really value that leftovers, though.
Yeah.
And I believe it has slightly more HP, so, like, I mean, there are reasons to take Blissey over Chansey other than just, like, you can't fully say one is better than the other, because sometimes that 6% means a lot.
It really will.
And it also is a bit better to the knockoff as well. Like, the EV Light's pretty important for the Chansey.
Yeah.
So, Blissey is just getting rid of leftovers, which isn't that big of a deal. It's like softball and wish and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. That is true. With that, I think that that is the end of the interview. I just want to say thank you to Tom of the Bayleef Munich for coming and interviewing with us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for
And
been good.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm Typehigh23. My co-host Xavier here. We'll see you all in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.